Morning traders, it's Peter Thompson, Senior Mentor of 1 Billion Signals, sponsored by Merit Forex. We're in the middle of the week and I'm gonna go straight to the point, guys, because we do have many events, many things are happening on the market. I really hope you are following because the market right now is skyrocketing. US indices, US markets, Dow, S&P and 500, S&P 500 and Nasdaq are simply going up, recovering heavily from the bottom. You know, for the last couple of days, we've got very big drop from the top, and right now we see just every index, American index, is skyrocketing. Google split shares, which is very interesting. It's usually when a company becomes very expensive, the shares become very expensive, they usually split. They're gonna do 1 to 20 split, so simply is gonna make the shares affordable for people who that don't have a lot of money. US dollar is under pressure due to this rapid recovery of the US indices. As you can see on the chart in front of us, the Euro US dollar pushed up big time from the bottom to the top. Good recovery to the upside. We're gonna take a look in about 5 minutes the events, but this is very important. Despite the low Chinese trading activity, the markets are volatile, which is absolutely normal. Of course, we don't consider the Chinese stocks because right now is a holiday in China, the Chinese New Year, and that's why the Chinese stocks are not moving. The stock exchange there is not working. Reserve Bank of Australia keeps the same interest rates, absolutely normal, to be honest with you. They are not really active towards their interest rates, despite the Bank of England that we've been expecting this Thursday, tomorrow. There is a huge chance to see the Bank of England raising the interest rates from 0.25 to 0.5%. This is gonna be, I would say, positive for the Great British Pound. We're gonna take a look in a minute the chart, but definitely something that should be in your focus. So what we got on the calendar today, we have ADP NFP 1:15 GMT, PM CPI inflation report 10 a.m. for the Eurozone. The inflation, of course, I'm not expecting to see decrease of the inflation, quite the opposite. I've been expecting to see the inflation going up. Anyway, the inflation is growing worldwide in almost every country. After that, we have 3:30, we have crude oil inventories. Crude oil is interesting, heading to 90%, $90 per barrel price, and completely ignoring the potential of a big correction that we are waiting for. Even though I would expect to see huge correction on the crude oil, so I'm not buying this whatsoever. So Thursday, tomorrow, we have as I mentioned already, inflation report on the Bank of England, and also interest rate decision. The interest rate is more important in terms of trading volatility. 12 GMT interest rate decision, Bank of England. It's going to be very interesting. Thursday, we have exactly 45 minutes later, interest rate in Eurozone. That's also very volatile event. ECB announced, by the way, they're planning to increase the interest rates twice this year, so they're also not going to be very active towards their interest rates compared to the US, compared to the US and Federal Reserve planning to increase the interest rates 4 or even 5 times this year. Is going to be a lot of a year. So what else? ISM non-manufacturing PMI 3 p.m. GMT for US. On Thursday and Friday, our lovely non-farm and payrolls and employment rate, very important events, especially right now when it comes to the interest rates. The Federal Reserve, is waiting to see the very low unemployment rate, not very low, but at least stable, and low inflation in US, something that's actually not happening. About the inflation, the unemployment rate is getting better, but definitely not the inflation. So let's take a look what's going on the charts. Euro US dollar in front of us, quick recovery, 130 pips, pushing to the upside. NFP on Friday, be very careful by buying this. Euro can push down in order to test the support one more time, 1.1186. So the euro, it definitely could be very nice buy opportunity very soon. With the GBP is exactly the same. We talked about it so many times. A very huge support zone between 1.3411 and 1.3352. Quite normal push, 120 pips. The traders are waiting to see the Bank of England, what they have to do on Thursday. And I think easily we're gonna see 1.36 or 1.37 even. I think the breakout of this level is gonna be just very easy, and quickly is gonna go to 1.37. When I say quickly, of course, we are not talking about hours. Australian USD, yeah, exactly the same chart, exactly the same support, 0.70, big round number. That's why I love these numbers, guys, the round numbers, because they're acting like very strong support and resistance levels. So the price right now is staying between the boundaries 0.71 and 70 and 0.71. Round number 0.71 on the Australian dollar. Slight correction to the downside, push to the upside. I'm gonna hunt for buy trades on all the major currency pairs, most probably. New Zealand USD 0.6634. We have no levels here whatsoever, so that's why I'm just going to move to the next one. Our resistance is 0.67. Nothing to support the price here, so not in my focus. Crude oil, directly to the crude oil, tried to push yesterday to the downside, $2 per barrel, but completely ignoring the potential correction, as we already mentioned. Still, I do expect big correction to the downside. Breaking out of 84.95 could be very easy if the price decides to go down heavily. The next target, 78.21, very big gap between these two prices, these two levels, and definitely very potential short opportunity. But to short this one, you have to be also very careful, because crude is just pushing up and ignoring completely what's going on around the world. Still, the demand for crude is not so high. Hey, go and take a look, and you're gonna see it's not so hard to see that. And exactly because of this, we definitely can see this correction we've been expecting. So if we see crude going down, Canadian going down, USD CAD pushing up, which is not happening right now, exactly because of the crude oil push to the upside. Push to the downside, we got 90 pips, almost 100 pips. From the top to the bottom. Right now the price is staying on 1.2688, heading to 1.2623. So it's about the weakness of the US dollar here, guys. It's not about the strength of the Canadian dollar. So that's why it's very important to be careful by taking short trades on the USD Canadian. Even though it was potential short trade here, we got still very careful, because crude oil is just waiting to drop. USD Swiss on the other side, something absolutely crazy. Yeah, it reached a resistance level 0.9296, 93 almost. So this is definitely a very clear retracement from the resistance. But if you take a look at the overall price action, you're going to see that this specific currency pair is in a very big mess, going up down, almost within a range. We could consider that as a range, as you can see, following this support and resistance levels. So that's why for now I'm just waiting for clear direction of the USD Swiss. For now I'm short, but still it's very crazy. USD Japanese yen on the other side is absolutely unpredictable. We've seen a support level, the drop we've been expecting, it happened, but it was not big enough as we expected. After that quick, huge and sharp push to the upside, 180 pips in order to test the resistance, and right now is pushing down, testing the support level. It can go up, it can go down, nobody knows. So that's why I'm just not going to touch the USD Japanese. Bitcoin is detached from the US indices growth, simply still fighting with the huge drop we've seen the recent couple of days, weeks, I would say. 38,470 is the Bitcoin price currently. I think we're gonna see easily 30,000, even below 30,000. I'm not relying on the cryptos right now, especially when the Federal Reserve is preparing to start interest rate hikes. This could be very dangerous bet. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoy these videos. Of course, share us and like us on the social medias. That's how you support our YouTube channel. Subscribe and click on the bell, of course, in order to get yourself notified every time when I release a new video. Have fun, make some money, of course, and good luck. Bye.